Hello, this video will explain the nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen cycle is a very important cycle for multiple reasons. First off, this cycle is vital for animals such as humans. Without nitrogen, plants and all animals would die instantly because they wouldn't be able to make proteins, amino acids, and DNA. Humans do in fact play a role within the nitrogen cycle. Many of our agricultural crops are legumes which draw nitrogen from the air. Legumes include soybeans, peas, and many other crops. Even crops that are not leguminous, such as corn and wheat, are fertilized with nitrogen. In addition, the fossil fuels we burn release nitrogen into the air. This results in drastically higher levels of nitrogen circling the planet in our atmosphere. The consequences of this increased rate are very serious. These consequences include acid deposition, which has ruined lakes, ponds, and forests throughout the world. To understand why this is happening, we must first understand how the cycle works. Arguably, the most important part of the cycle is the conversion of nitrogen atoms to nitrates and nitrates through a process known as nitrogen fixation. There are many types of nitrogen fixation, but they are broadly placed into two categories, biological and physical. In the physical categories, lightning, industrial, and precipitation fixation, whereas in the biological category there is bacterial and algal fixation. First off, we have bacterial fixation. Bacterial fixation converts nitrogen into nitrates and other organic compounds. Next up is lightning fixation. Lightning fixation breaks apart nitrogen atoms to form nitrogen oxides, which then dissolve into the rain, forming nitrates. Mineralization is the process by which nitrogen is released through decomposition of organic matter. This will become important later. Next up, we have nitrification. Nitrification converts nitrogen and oxygen into nitrides. Then we have plant consumption. Plant consumption is the process by which plants can consume the nutrients made with the building blocks of nitrogen, either produced through bacteria fixation, mineralization, or other nitrogen conversion types. Next up is leaching. Nitrogen leaching is the process by which nitrogen runs into the water, acting as a pollutant that can detrimentally affect organisms. While leaching does occur naturally, human addition to nitrogen levels can increase the level of detriments to ecosystems around the world through greater levels of leaching. This leaching causes something called eutrophication. Eutrophication is caused by runoff from land carrying excess amounts of nutrients, some of which include nitrogen. This excess of nutrients causes rapid plant and algal and plant growth, robbing organisms of oxygen needed for survival, and thus kills off many organisms. Finally, there's denitrification. Denitrification is the exact opposite process of nitrification. In denitrification, nitrates are separated to form oxygen and nitrogen. This project was produced by Amy, Lauran, Ruby, myself, and of course, Blake. We really hoped you enjoyed this project and learned something. Thank you.